Hey guys, this is P from P&J Review Stuff, coming to you with the Yoshi Yamamoto Y3s. I actually saw that Monica had a flash sale, $98 shipped for her version of the official over here. And I just wanted to come to you guys with, her pair versus how they compare with the retail. Now, the first thing we see is the difference between the box sizes here. Monica's version, the box is smaller than the retail over here. And if we go on to the labels, not much different in terms of information. Everything's the same. You got all the good stuff here. The sizes, even down to the barcodes are very similar, just in terms of layout. There is a slight difference in the font in terms of boldness, but it's the box. You're not gonna wear the box outside. All right, so let's get into it. All right, Yoshi Yamamoto's come with these nice little boxes for your shoelaces. Size-wise, the same. The only point of difference here is the fact that Monica's version has, say, less vibrant colors, maybe. But outside of that, pretty much the same, right? Their accessories, their boxes. Again, you're not gonna wear these out. Okay, so take out the shoelaces to give you a look. Monica's versus retail. Okay, well, Monica's are, I guess it's slightly more white. But outside of that, I mean, they're laces, guys. All right, so let's go on and take a look at some more of the accessories that they have in here. We're gonna move on to the actual individualized shoe bags. Okay, so now we have the dust bags. And as you can see, they're the same size. The difference here is with again, with the vibrance that I was speaking about before on the box. So if you look on Monica's version here, you see that the Y and the orangeness is a little bit darker over here and less vibrant than over here on the retail pair. You can also see underneath, there's a little bit of a difference with the subtlety on the Adidas Yoshi Yamamoto logo there. On the Monica's replicas, you see it's more embossed, unlike over here on the retail pair. Again, they're the dust bag. Feels virtually the same. Size is the same. It's gonna do its job. Again, you're not gonna wear them out. Okay, let's get to the shoes. All right, so on your left, we have Monica's replicas versus on your right, we have the retail version. Just looking at the overall structure of the shoe here, Monica's versus the retail, structure of the shoe is the same, right? Everything placement-wise, it's where it's supposed to be. Let's go on to some of the more finer details about the shoe. Okay, so when we take a look at these, I do want to point one thing out. The retail versions have been worn once before, okay? So just keep that in mind as I go through the rest of the video. All right, but let's get into some of the finer differences here. Okay, so if we look at the lining of the shoe, Monica's retail, you can see that in the front here, the toe box, right here, this is just, it's very white. It looks very fresh. It looks clean, okay? On the retail version, it's a lighter gray, right? So there's a bit of a color difference there. But again, Monica's replica here, it's still a clean looking shoe, right? And that kind of overly white patterning is kind of consistent throughout the entire shoe here. As you can see in Monica's replica, it looks like a very clean white shoe, right? And the retail It's just where it was white on Monica's, it's just has a slight little hint of gray throughout the lining. Okay, so that's one fine point of difference. If you look at the mesh, okay, of Monica's replica, the mesh of the retail, that's the same there. The patterning the same. Take a feel, it feels the same. It's good. If you look at the front here, this light gray kind of reflective region, same shape. If you ask me, like looking at it just in person, it's pretty spot on. I mean, going on to like even the tongue here, shape-wise, Monica's replicas versus retail. The tongue has the same shape. They both feel like leathery. I know the retail is more of a lambskin leather versus Monica's, but again, like looks wise, they look very, very close. Slight point of difference. I mean, this tongue is whiter, whereas the retail's tongue has a hint of gray. So the Y3 logo here kind of stands out a bit more on Monica's version than it would on the retail. But again, this is a very subtle difference. It's not something someone would call you out for if you ask me. Again, this version just looks like the cleaner, whiter version, I guess, of the retail pair. Let's move on to the shoelaces themselves. Monica's shoelaces they're very white. As you can sense, this is kind of a little bit of a common theme here. Even in the retail pair, although they were worn once before, the shoelaces have a tinge of light gray in them. If we look at the boots, okay, because I know that's the hot button topic right there that everyone wants to know about. If you feel them, they feel the same. This is good boost material. If we look inside, right, of Monica's replica, by feel, it's thicker than the retail. So it's soft in there. Again, the boost material underneath, it feels the same. So you got your boost in and out. Everything's in place, same color there. Again, the sole isn't suede on top here. And if this back portion by the heel is suede, may not be the highest quality of suede. But again, everything's in place. Looks like the retail version. I'll put them both up for comparison for you again. All right. Inside here, by feel, it's thicker than the retail. So it's soft in there. Again, the boost material underneath, it feels the same. So you got your boost in and out. Everything's in place, same color there. Again, the sole isn't suede on top here. And if this back portion by the heel is suede, may not be the highest quality of suede. But again, everything's in place. Looks like the retail version. I'll put them both up for comparison for you again. All right, okay, so let's recap here, okay? So we're gonna put them side by side. We'll just kind of graze over the things that we just discussed in the video. Here we go. Boost, same, good. Structure of the shoe, same, that's good. Reflectiveness here, color of this gray portion here, good. Point of difference, just the coloring on the lining here. Okay, Monica's version is whiter than the retail. Again, this was worn once, so it might have been less apparent when it was fresh. All right, going over to the laces. Monica's laces, a little bit more gray than, the retail laces a little bit more gray than Monica's. Monica's are also a little bit thicker here. You can see it. I may not have mentioned that the first time around. Even if we're moving on to the tongue here. All right, the thickness is about the same, shape is the same. Again, the Y3 sign here is a little bit more apparent, and that's just because this one's more wider on Monica's pair here. Even on the back, structure is the same there. All right, but overall, when we're looking at the shoe, Monica's pair it's $98 shipped. All in all, this is a good replica. There are a few things that could be adjusted, but for $98 shipped, I'm going for it. And now we're gonna take them over and we're gonna put them on foot and give them a spin and see, all right, if we can notice any differences there. The one with the tag is Monica's. The one without the tag is retail. I mean, they're comfy. Like, what can I say? The boots feel good. Everything, like, just looking down on it feels great. One isn't higher than the other or anything like that. They feel pretty even. It's good. It's a good walking shoe. Everything looks fine.